Types of insect head and antenna. So let's see the types of insect head. Based on the long axis of the head and orientation of mouth parts, there are three types of insect head present. One is Hypognathous, Prognathous and Opisthognathous. Hypognathous type of insect head is also called as orthopteroid type of insect head because it is present in orthopteroid group of insects like grasshoppers and cockroaches. So in this case, long axis of the head is vertical, whereas mouth parts are projected downward. Here mouth parts projected downward and long axis of the head is vertical, and long axis of the head is right angle to the long axis of the body. So you can see here. And next one is Prognathous type. So it is also called as coleopteroid type of head orientation. It is present in coleopteroid groups like in ground beetles. So here long axis of the head is horizontal and the mouth parts are projected forward. So the long axis of the, you can see here, long axis of the head is in line with the long axis of the body. So the last one is Opisthognathous type of head. So it is also called as Opisthorhynchus type of head orientation or hemipteroid type because it is present in hemipteroid groups like in bugs. So here head is deflexed and mouth parts are held in between four legs, you can see here. So head is deflexed and mouth parts are directed backward, projected backward and held in between four legs. And let's see the structure of insect antenna. Usually insects are having a pair of antenna which are movable and the segmented one. These the antenna are located between or behind the compound eyes. Usually antenna present in all insects except in Protula. So if you see the structure of the antenna, so antenna is consist of three segments. One is the scape, basal one, which is a larger one than the preceding segments, and second one is the pedicel, and third one is the flagellum. And this antenna is articulated with the head with the help of membrane called as antennae. The antennae which helps in movement of the antenna. So usually this base of the antenna is articulated with the head. This area is called as antenna socket, and the connected by the membrane called as antennae. So the first segment is the scape, the basal segment is scape, and it is the larger than the succeeding segments. And the second segment is pedicel. So usually in some insects, Johnston organs are present, that is the sound hearing organs, mainly present in male mosquitoes. And the third one is flagellum. These segments are called as flagellomeres. So here, if you look at here, this is a scape, pedicel, and these segments are flagellomeres or flagellum. So there are two types of antenna present. One is the annulated type and segmented type. In almost all insects, an annulated type of antenna present. So here, intrinsic muscles are present in scape and pedicel, but not in flagellum. So intrinsic muscles are absent in flagellum. So in segmented type of antenna, the intrinsic muscles are present even in flagellum. So this type of segmented antenna present in Dichlora, but in remaining insects, annulated type of antenna is present. So the next one is types of antenna. The first one is lamellated type. It is also called as leaf-like or plate-like antenna. So here antennal tip is expanded laterally on one side to form leaf-like structure. So this type of antenna present in dung beetles, road grubs, and lamellicorn antenna. And the second one is serrate type. Here segments have short triangular projections on one side. So this type of antenna is present in bufrosted beetles, pulse beetles and longicorn beetles. And third one is parabolate type of antenna. It is also called as fan-like antenna. So here third and subsequent segments have a long one-sided processes which appears like a fan. So this type of antenna present in stylopids or strepsipterans and cedar beetles. And fourth one is moniliform type of antenna. It is also called as beaded type. So in this type of antenna, usually the segments are cylindrical or spherical in shape. So with prominent constrictions, you can see here. So spherical shape with or spherical or globular shape with prominent constrictions. So this type of antenna present in termites, thrips and gyropterans also. So fifth one is CTSAS type. It is also called as bristle-like or whip-like antenna. So here the size of the segments decreases from base to apex. You can see here from base to apex the size of the segment decreases. With this type of antenna present in leafhoppers, dragonflies, damselflies, cockroaches, mayflies, stoneflies and caddisflies. Next one is arrested type of antenna. So here the flagellum is single segmented which bears a large conspicuous bristle. You can see here. So this is called as arista. This type of antenna is called as arrested type of antenna present in horseflies. And next one is geniculate type of antenna. So in this it is also called as elbowed type of antenna. So here scape is long than the remaining segments and they are situated at an angle to the first elbow joint. So this one is an elbow joint. The scape is longer than the remaining segments which is present in ants, weevils and honeybees. And next one is clavate type of antenna. It is also called as clubbed type of antenna. Here antenna enlarges gradually towards the tip. So you can see from base to tip antenna enlarges gradually towards the tip. This type of antenna present in blister beetles, butterflies and also wolflies, ant lions, hydrophilidae also. So you can see this type of antenna. And next one is stylet type of antenna. Here terminal segment of the flagellum which bear a style-like process. So this type of antenna is called a stylet type which is present in horseflies and robber flies. And next one is filiform type of antenna. It is also called as thread-like antenna. You can see in grasshoppers. So here the segments throughout the this antenna is same. The thickness of the segments remains same throughout. So you can see here. So this type of antenna present in grasshoppers and rock crawlers, mentids, embids, Thysanura, water beetles and scorpion flies also. And next one is unipectinate. It is also called as comb-like antenna. So here segments with long slender processes on one side. So this type of antenna you can see in some of the beetles and in sawflies also. And in bipectinate type of antenna it is also called as double comb-like. The segments with long slender processes on both the sides. So here long slender lateral processes on both the sides. So this type of antenna you can see in silkworm moths. And next one, capitate type of antenna. It is also called as knobbed type of antenna. The terminal segments become enlarged suddenly. So you can see here terminal segments become enlarged suddenly. This type of antenna you can see in skippers and Nitudulidae beetles also. And last one is plumose and pilose type of antenna. So in plumose type of antenna, it is present in male mosquitoes. Here the segments which bears long hairs at the constrictions. So in male mosquito, so usually the segments have long hairs at the constrictions, but in pilose type of antenna, that is in female mosquitoes, uh, which have very less or very few hairs at the constrictions or at the junction of the plasmameres. So here you can see more hairs on the at the junction of the plasmamere, but you can see here very less hairs are at the junction of the plasmamere in pilose type of